Yo, 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 welcome to campinggeartv.com. We review outdoor gear, camping gear, everything for the exciting outdoorsman. My name is Ben.
I'm Josh.
And we are wrapping up our Wenger Week series. We've been looking at a couple of different products that Wenger makes. We know that they make knives and watches, and so we've been taking a look at some of them, and we got one last product here, which I think is a staple in the Wenger Swiss Army line. And it's basically it's a version of their Swiss Army knife.
So the Swiss Army knife is what Swiss Army is really known for. And it's what Wenger is known for as well. The knife we've got here is one of their new standards. It is the EvoGrip, EvoGrip S18 yellow Swiss Army knife.
Very fashionable.
So Wenger came out with the first ergonomic Swiss Army knife in 2005. A little bit of camping gear history, if you will.
Right.
And the EvoGrip kind of expands on that by introducing non-slip rubber to those points where your hand most commonly touches and holds the pocket knife.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Actually, I've owned a couple Swiss Army knives, and you know the handles that the knives that I owned were before this one, and the handles were just slick and smooth the whole way down.
Red.
Red too. Right. I didn't get a yellow knife, and so this one's a little different.
So, and the one of the things that I think makes that important with this, right? So you're like, okay, maybe you're thinking you've never had a problem with a Swiss Army pocket knife before slipping out of your hands. Well, you know, if your hands are wet, oily, any of that kind of stuff, you will have a problem there. And this knife also has a locking standard blade, right? And that's what I've got out right now. So you can see this little thing here, you know, which we've got a picture of, which is the lock, right? So if you push down on it and flip, you're going to close the knife, right? So when you pull out the knife, though, it locks into place, right? So similar to the last knife we looked at a couple episodes ago, same thing. You physically cannot push this back into place. So what that means is that you can really grab onto this knife and do work.
Yeah, I'm just going to say right now that I'm really just in whatever general use I'm getting a knife for. I hate a folding knife that has a non-locking blade. I just think that it is super dangerous. And I don't care if it's the size of a Swiss Army knife or if it's Crocodile Dundee's Bowie knife. If it's not locked and positioned, there's just a really good chance that in whatever you're using it for, an accident may occur later. So a nice little addition there that they have.
Yeah, I would say that's absolutely the case. And so the reason, though, if you've got a locking blade like that and had the old standard Swiss Army casing on the pocket knife, then with the slipperiness, it's really going to be a problem, because then, you know, if you're cutting into something and you slip, you know, you've got this blade there, so this grip is actually pretty important.
When it's
pretty nice innovation.
When it's between a bear mauling your family and you being the hero of the day, a good grip and a locking blade is going to take you a lot farther in that situation.
Yeah, if you've been watching our videos for any time, you know that we dominate bears. Right,
we just do not allow them in our campgrounds and do whatever we can to keep them away.
And we put them to shame.
This is true.
So let's go through some of the specs on this bad boy.
We're going to have pictures of all the different tools on here.
Yeah, so it has 11 implements and 15 functions. We won't go into the bloody details of every single one, but that just means like there's 11 things that come out of this knife, and you can do 15 different things with them. You know, so if you're creative, maybe 17.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
So whatever, it's got the, like I said, the ergonomic handles with rubber, the 2.5-inch locking blade, which we've talked at length about. It has a 2.75-inch double-cut wood saw.
My goodness.
Which is not this. This is the file. So whatever. We'll just pull them all out. It's got the 2.4-inch springless scissors with serrated self-sharpening design. Who would have thought?
Not me.
No. patented locking screwdriver.
My goodness.
Which comes out the other side. I know where that's at.
Yep.
Right there.
Easy enough.
Holla.
And eye gouger.
Yeah. Yeah. It has a cap lifter, a wire stripper.
What's that? What's a cap lifter?
A cap lifter?
Yeah.
I think it's actually part of the can opener.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's got this, you
right,
can get in there and pull it up.
I hope
so it's kind of nice.
Hope that's the right answer.
I hope so too.
Yep.
We'll see. It has a nail file, which I have pulled out here. A nail cleaner, which is the tip of it, I believe. A Phillips head screwdriver. A reamer and an awl. AWL.
Right.
It's a weird word to pronounce.
Right.
Awl. Owl. Awl.
Maybe we should do another episode on how to pronounce words.
Yeah.
People would love that.
It has a toothpick, which is, let me put some of these bad boys away. It has a toothpick, which I love. Nice toothpick. It has tweezers. Very nice. So it's got all the stuff. Key ring, like we said. So really just a good all-around pocket knife, and I think the fact that it has the locking blade as well as the rubber grip makes it a little more versatile and a little more usable than most pocket knives.
Sure. I think that this tool is a real great addition actually to a first aid kit.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in there with the tweezers and being able to cut some bandages and some other things that are in there that it works real well in that setting. But obviously a lot of good general uses that are in there too. Comparing this, if you were with us a couple episodes ago when we looked at the Mike Horn knife.
Yeah, well, that was one of our best episodes ever.
Right.
I wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike Horn was scheduled for that episode, but sadly enough could not make it.
Yeah, couldn't make it.
Nonetheless, that's a lot bigger tool, and one of the things we talked about that maybe I would look at, not necessarily just that I don't like as much on the smaller knives, is how difficult it can be sometimes to get your nail in there and lift that out.
Right.
On the flip side, with the Swiss Army knife, I think they obviously have this design which they've used over the years and perfected and whatnot to be able to get you a lot of tools in a small amount of space. Something that can fit on a keychain, fit easily in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You might be in a situation where you're not wanting to take a boatload of gear out, but you want to have something that gives you some options. This knife does that really, really well. Not to mention, it's yellow.
Yeah, and it's only $50. Which is, I think, a pretty good price.
Sure.
Yeah.
And these things are definitely sturdy and have stood the test of time.
Yeah, so it's a good knife. Thanks to Wenger again, and thanks to you for watching. We love you. Leave comments, and we'll see you next time.
CameraGearTV.com. Peace.